Good morning. It's Tuesday, January 10th. And, you know, I'd like to talk about John chapter 3 because John the Baptist was baptizing people, and he had, of course, already baptized Jesus. And then John's disciples came to him and they said, the person that you baptized, well, now he's baptizing people. And everybody's starting to come to him. And John, first of all, answered, a man cannot receive anything unless it's been given to him from heaven. So first he acknowledged that his gift and his following and whatever was from heaven. And then he said in John chapter 3, verse 30, he said, he must increase, but I must decrease. And, that's interesting because a lot of people forget that. And they think, well, I have to become greater and greater and greater. A lot of preachers fall into that category. They start thinking that it's them, and they try to become greater. And they almost forget where that all came from. But it's not just preachers. I think it's our normal human feelings to want to become greater, and yet our bodies will remind us, you are going to become less. As we get older, we can do less things, we are less able, and we depend on God more because we realize we're not invincible. And as we eventually die, our bodies eventually die, we realize, what was all that about anyway? It was just to do something here on earth. And so we want to make sure that we are always giving God the glory and remembering that he must increase in our lives, because as we get closer to death, we also get closer to heaven. Hopefully, if you've been walking according to God's Bible and you've been following Christ, you will become closer to heaven. And in order to become closer to heaven, we have to become less here on earth. Less in our body, less in our minds even. And so don't despair if you're getting old and fragile, because that's the way it's supposed to be. God is supposed to becoming more and more increasing in our lives, and we are becoming less. And so John definitely was right on when he said that. And his disciples, they had thought, well, he's building something up, he's going to become great. And he was like, no, now that Jesus has come, I'm going to start fading away, and he's going to take over, because he's the real reason that I'm even here. And he's the reason any of us are here. Wherever we are where we're supposed to be. And everything's going to work out as long as we understand we're not going to become greater. We're going to become less and less. And if we try to take the glory, it's not going to work anyway. But all things have their time. We all have a time when we do what we're supposed to do, and we do it to the fullest, and then we start to back off a little bit, because that's the human way. And so remember, as you're getting closer to death, you're getting closer to heaven. And you definitely want to have God as your priority, and you want him to be the most, and you want him to increase in your life. So have a great day, and God bless you.